All right, guys. So we are going to be creating your digital drawings today of your Mona Lisa. So the goal for today is going to be to take your picture, right, and to create a digital version of it. Now, what we're going to do first is we are going to be using Photoshop today. We're not going to be using Clecky. We're going to be using Photoshop so that we can save this correctly and we can kind of experiment with a little bit more of this stuff. Again, since you guys won't get to take my graphic design course, I think this would be pretty cool for you guys to get into Photoshop and kind of learn how to do these things. Now, this file here you will have, I will put this in your folder for today. Well, it is in your folder for today. And what you do is you're going to open it up and you're going to see here that there's a few layers that you're going to have. You're going to have first is going to be your background. Then it's going to be your drawing layer, your color layer, and your dark line layer. Okay. So here's what you're going to have to do, right? I'm going to leave your background layer locked. Your color layer right now is going to be locked because you're going to have to import your drawing first. Now, I'm going to import one of the drawings that I have on my computer. Right. All I'm going to do is open up my little folder. Right. Once you download your drawing from the Google Drive today, right, I'm going to download my image and I'm going to click it and drag it to my drawing layer. I need to make sure that it is in my drawing layer, right? And then what I want to do is I want to increase the size so that my drawing takes up at least the majority, if not all, of the page, right? So that you can transform this in a pattern that is will scale it. I'm sorry. Correctly, you need to hold down the Shift key and the Alt key at the same time, and then click and drag your file out. Okay. And that might not have been it. It might just be Shift. Hold down the Shift key to drag out your drawing to where it fits in your page. Okay. Once you are done, you hit either done or hit enter, and that will place your drawing. Now, what you want to do is you want to make this lighter so that you can, color over it as you go along. So again, clicking on our layer, making sure that our layer is selected. We want to go to our opacity here, and we want to make that about 50%. Okay, you can go a little bit less or a little bit more depending on the opacity of your drawing already. If you did a real light sketch, you probably have to go more. All right. Once we've done that, we need to lock this layer so that it does not get messed with anymore. Okay, so to lock it, right, there should be a little lock right here, and we will hit lock. Perfect. All right, our color layer is going to stay locked for right now because the first thing that we are going to need to do is we are going to need to go to our draw layer. We're going to have to go to our lines, right, so that we can trace this, okay, as the dark line that it should be before we go in and color. Okay, so you're going to need to have your brush tool over here. All right, and as you can see, my brush tool is a little bit odd right now. Not how it's supposed to be. You can come up here to this top portion and you can adjust the size of your brush. You can use just a general brush. That is going to be completely fine. I would go with a hard round brush, and I would say you just need to determine how thick you want it, right? No more than probably 45 to 50, right? So that you can do this. Now, trying to remember if we can put in a smoothness on here or not. I don't remember for sure. Either way, I don't think we can. So you're going to have to just take your time and draw out your image digitally. Okay. So draw out your image. You'll do all the lines, right? I would say make sure that you take up, stop, and then go again, right, as much as you can. Because if not, if you make a mistake, right, Control Z is going to be to undo. And if you need to undo, you don't want to have held it down the whole time, traced out this entire project, right, gotten to this point, and then you get here and you're like, oh man, I messed up. I need to erase this. And you hit Control Z and then you lose everything. Okay, so you're definitely going to need your brush tool, which will be right here, right? Brush, and then you'll have your erase tool. So again, if you do draw something and you need to erase it, okay, again, You can adjust your brush sizes with the brackets. So this is the left bracket right next to the P button. All right, and the right bracket right next to that, right, will increase and decrease your brush size, right? So if you need to erase something, you can erase. Okay, you definitely want to make sure that you have probably a hard eraser, okay, to get rid of this. Okay, so once you've outlined it, once you've done all that fun stuff, okay, I will close off this circle just to kind of have. Okay, then what you will do is you will lock your draw line layer. Okay, come to your color layer, you will unlock it, and then you'll take your brush and you will begin coloring. You can color soft, you can color with a hard brush. It is up to you. Again, I want you to take your time with this, right? So I'm going to go with the soft just to kind of go through here. You change your color of your brush by selecting right here and then using your kind of tool picker here to but since you notice, if your brush is beneath your layer here, right, we're going to go smaller brush. All right, it's beneath your drawing layer, right? That way you can kind of try to stay within the lines. Again, you don't want to go too far. Okay, again, if you mess up, you can use your brush tool. That is completely okay. I'm sorry, you can use your eraser tool to come back in here and erase your mistakes. Okay. So you're playing around with this. Your goal is to color it as best you can. If you need help, I'm here to help you. Here to give you shortcuts. Here to help you out with that process. Okay. So play around with it. Again, your whole image has to be colored. When you are done, which you won't be today, when you are done though, we will submit that later on. Okay. So if you need help with anything, please let me know so that we can get you moving in the right direction.